Good morning, my loves. Welcome to another episode of Afro Millennial Mama. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again soon. This is my first video driving, so we're gonna try this out and see how it works. I've been so excited thinking about all of the plans that we have, and it's like 3 years seems so far away, but there's so much preparation that we want to do before we go, and there's so many ideas and dreams that we have been having, and it's like almost like I'm too excited. You know how kids before you go to Disneyland or something, like you can't sleep the night before. Like I feel like that's how I'm gonna feel for the next three years, or at least a year and a half, because we're supposed to be going to Senegal in another year or so, at least to visit. So at least I get there and I can, like, you know, yesterday I was driving with my husband, and I'm driving with him listening to some Afro beats, and I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, I'm pretending that I'm in Senegal, like this is how it would be, and he would drive me somewhere, and you know, and so I told him, I was like, I'm pretending we're in Senegal right now. He was like, guess what, me too. It was so crazy. So I'm like, how are we gonna survive the next 3 years? Like, I'm driving into work right now thinking, like, I'm about to leave all y'all behind, and this guy wanna go. Anyway, yeah, so I'm so excited, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do to keep myself busy and occupied in between time? Because it's like, you gotta enjoy the moment, not just look forward to the future. So I don't know, going back and forth with when it comes to leaving, not just going to Africa, but I used to think that I would retire somewhere else, Central America or something like that, and I thought, okay, if I leave the US, like, am I abandoning not only my family that I have here, but am I abandoning my culture, my neighborhood? Because, like, anybody who knows me knows I'm as black as they come. Like, I'm all about the advancement of my people, specifically American-born African people. A part of my DNA, and I'm like, if I leave, that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited that other people are leaving, because it makes me feel like I'll be able to preserve some of my you know, practices. I know some people feel like, you know, reject the whole thing and just become someone else, but like, I've been to Africa a few times, and I have learned that I am not automatically African like that. Like, and I was ashamed of it at first. It's like, oh, I don't fit in the US, but when I go to Africa, it's like, yeah, but culture is culture, and 400 years of being separated definitely develops different, you know, cultures evolve and change and grow and adapt and so forth. So I'm not gonna try to act like I'm comfortable with everything. Like, there's a lot of things that I would have to adapt to, and a lot of things that I'm like, I could do without. But it's like, does it make me disloyal if I leave? Or I used to feel a little bit like, you know, my dad always taught me, they're about to get over on me. My dad always taught me, like, you know, black people who leave their neighborhoods to go live amongst people that are different than them, you know, sometimes don't remember who they are or who they left behind and so forth. And when my dad was growing up and during segregation, and so my dad was like, nah, if you don't like where you live, you know, if your people are there, you stay there and you make it better. And so I've always been a proponent of that. I'm going under the tunnel. But like, how long, like, all this devastation, like, I'm just barely feeling better from all the devastation that's been going on, and I haven't been watching the news because of that. And it's like, how much torture do we have to go through, you know? James Baldwin, a video has been circulating. James Baldwin said you know, you took my mother's time, my father's time, my uncle's time. I'm 60 years old. I don't have another 60 years. How much time do you want to get your country together? Like, so it's like, I'm not trying to wait until you know, another 100 years until things are even better, and you know, because I won't be here, chances are. Ooh, that car smells. Oh. But so it's like I gotta do me, and then on one end I'm like, dang, we should have moved sooner, but then on the other hand I'm like, okay, I'm glad that we're wiser, mature, thinking about the community and the country more than just, you know, ourselves being good and having a nice house and pool and everything. It's like, what can we do for others? Like, I want to have swim lessons in my backyard swimming pool and have the neighborhood kids come over and, you know, everybody learn how to swim. Or I want to teach Spanish to the kids over there. Or like, there's things that we want to do, but not in a way where we're so stressed. Like, the grind here is killing us. So I want to be semi-retired in the sense that my money is making money for me, but at the same time it's doing stuff to contribute to the community over there. And I'm now that I'm okay with I don't want to say okay, now that I am have removed that like guilt feeling of leaving my people, you know, I've accepted the fact that we're all each other's people at the end of the day, and we all should be together. Like, just like Black Panther, the 5 tribes. People say, oh, we built this country, and I felt that way too. Like, we built this country, like my grandfather fought in the war, and you know, we contributed to society and everything, and so it's like we deserve to be here, and we deserve to get our piece of the pie, so to speak. And somebody said just because your ancestors was forced to build this country don't mean you gotta stay. And that was so enlightening to me. It blew my mind, because I was like, wait a minute, yeah, like, you don't where's the pride in being forced to do something? Like, yeah, we built the White House, yeah, we built this country, we made it what it is, the power that it is, but is that a good thing what we made? Because it's not good for us. So staying with all this tragedy and all this assault on our spirit, let alone our bodies and our, you know, our person, is it really worth staying here to be like, no, this is mine, I earned it? Like, what will you get out of that? Like, a good friend of mine said, to stay here, you have, basically, as African Americans, he said, we have 3 choices. Stay here and try to make things different. Fight. You know, you can either go use the system, or you can physically fight, like have a war, which we will not win. Or leave. And it's like, if we stay here and try to work through the system, use the system, the political system, the legal system, and so forth, we're trying to create a society, he said, that has never been, in the history of the world, has never been done. Like, the oppressor and the oppressed, or the former oppressor and formerly oppressed, have never lived in harmony together, ever. It's always been somebody's left, or being killed off, or it's a sad thing, but you know, I no longer see it as being disloyal by leaving. I don't look at it as I'm leaving this crazy place to get away from something. I don't look at it as an escape per se, because I feel like that sets up your mindset to look for something better than what you have, where things like it's a utopia. I don't think that's accurate or a healthy way to look at it. I feel like it should be more of a you know, we're trying to escape persecution in a sense, but at the same time we're going to go back somewhere where we were supposed to be, and we'll be doing the work there the same way we would do the work here. So it's not to say that Africa is perfect. There's things, and I'll do videos. I'm excited. I just have to figure out to calm down my excitement to the point where I can actually do my work, because I'm like sitting in front of my office building right now, and this is all I'm thinking about every day, like businesses. And my husband calls me this, and I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner, but you know, things work out in crazy ways, and all this mayhem that we're experiencing has definitely forced our hand and caused us to reevaluate everything. So I'm thankful to God for the enlightenment of these times, and I'm thankful that I'm, you know, married to someone who can kind of help me out in this process, because if I was going by myself, woo, and my mom would definitely try to talk me out of it, like, you don't know where you're going. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. I gotta go to work. I love you guys. Black people, we the realest, we the dopest, we the baddest for life. Love y'all. Have a good day.